What's going on, you guys? It's the FPL Penguin back again with another video for you all. Just a quick video to talk you through the best wildcard team to look at for GAMEWEEK23. I did a little poll earlier. I thought I want to get this out of the way. What you guys want to see? Are you playing your free hit? Plan to play your free hit? Are you planning to play your wildcard? And a lot of people thinking of playing the wildcard going into this week. I know we've yet to hear if these double game week fixtures will hopefully not after deadline. Hopefully it's before the deadline they get announced. And so we're just going to get straight into it. This is what I've come up with to help you guys. Now, I've already used my wildcard, but this is what I've come up with for you guys to help you with fixtures ahead, players that I think you should target. And we'll talk about the ones that I've kind of left out, the reason why I've left those players out and not added them, and why I've done this instead. So we'll start off with the keepers. We've got David De Gea, just bringing the fixtures up on my side. De Gea, and we've also got Sarr as well from Wolves. I think they're pretty good rotation-wise. You know, De Gea owners like myself, the other night against Brentford, Tony scored the very, very late goal. And, you know, he didn't keep 2 clean sheets. So I still think he's good, especially when you keep him rotation. Manchester United have got West Ham next. They've got Burnley, Southampton, Leeds, Watford will go up straight to GAMEWEEK27. While Wolves in Sarr have got Brentford, Arsenal, Spurs, Leicester and West Ham. But I think he's still good for rotation, because after that onwards for Sarr in GAMEWEEK28, he's got Crystal Palace, and then he's got Everton and then Leeds. But I think Wolves are definitely keeping the clean sheets at the moment. They're looking relatively tight at the back. They're hard to probably score against. You can see here there's a lot of like 1-0 wins either way, and a lot of 0-0s. And I just think to myself, they're looking relatively tight, especially without Sace in that defence. Sace, I think, you know, especially that's why I've got Cody in there as well. So I think they're good rotation-wise with De Gea and Sarr, and just good rotation overall. And De Gea is just absolutely a beast on his day. Probably needs a better defence in front of him. He's the one that saves United's arses every single week, with some pulling off some remarkable saves. Defensive-wise, we'll go straight into it. We know Arsenal. We know Cody. Talk about straight away. Like I said, with the fixtures, I don't think it's a bad idea going, like I said, with the fixtures, going double Wolves. They're looking relatively tight at the back. I think if you're going for a double defence, we'll talk about Man City in a minute. But Leicester, with Wolves, I don't think, bad one. You know, he's relatively cheap as well. Very, very cheap, Cody, at 4.6. He's nailed on. He's the captain. And he's a great lead. And I think it doesn't hurt to go double Wolves, especially with how they've done in recent times, last couple of games. Kind of hard to crack down, aren't they, to break down. If we talk about Tierney as well, they have got Burnley, Wolverhampton, but we yet to know if this game will go ahead, because Burnley still get this 6-game postponement now. Arsenal have had their troubles as well, so it will be interesting to see if it does go ahead, this Arsenal Burnley game. But I still think Tierney is a lovely player. If we just talk about him quickly as well, with his stats, he's only 10% owned. He's got 1 goal and 3 assists. I've got him in my team. I've had him the last couple of weeks. He's done well for me. He's got, last game, he got an assist. One before that, he got a goal. And he's good with returns. He's very, very good with returns. And, you know, he's been keeping some clean sheets as well. And I think with 5 million, I think it's a steal. I think he's very, very good. He's kind of plays at centre-back, but that attacking sort of full-back as well for Arsenal. Like I said, he's got Burnley if it does go ahead. Then he's got Wolves. But he has got a blank in GAMEWEEK25, but could easily be, you know, if you had this team and rotated and you had these players. So no biggie. Then you've got Brentford. Then he has got another blank in 27. But like I said, you can just rotate it around, because you can see it's a lovely defence, and it should be rotated with the blanks going around as well. We'll talk about Trent. He's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's going up in price every single bloody week. He's got Crystal Palace, Leicester, Burnley, Norwich. As you can see, he's the only Liverpool asset in this team. I don't feel as confident putting Jota in there. Being a Liverpool fan myself, that's why he's not made that midfield until Salah gets back. But Salah's probably not going to be back till GAMEWEEK 24 or probably GAMEWEEK 25 or something like that. So there's no point bringing him now and wasting money just yet, bringing him in. So I've got him a team. I want to talk about double Man City defence as well. They've got Southampton, Brentford, Norwich, Spurs, Everton leading up to GAMEWEEK 27. I don't believe they've got a double coming up. I think they're all set and they've run away with that damn title. But yeah, I like them. This is what I've gone for as well, guys. Cancelo and Laporte. I brought these. Well, I have these two since game week 21 together. I brought Laporte in on a game week 21 wildcard, and it worked out for me so far. I think last game we got clean sheets against Chelsea. Cancelo, fantastic player, 1 goal, 8 assists. You can captain him in those fixtures. He's just very, very attacking. Laporte as well, 2 goals, 2 assists as well to his name. He gets attacking returns too, and he's about like 1.1 million cheaper than his partner Cancelo, and I don't see that anything wrong with that going double Man City defense. If you look at the fixtures as well, I think it's lovely to go for. Hell, they're the team in form. You've got to be honest here. Me being a Liverpool fan, they're the team in form. They're running away with the title. Southampton, they got Brentford, they got Norwich, they got Spurs, they got Everton, they got Manchester United, the derby. But the next 5 fixtures I like, but the first 3 of the 5 I really do like. So, those first 3 fixtures more likely to be clean sheets for Man City, aren't they? So I definitely would hop on at least double Man City defense, and especially those two, especially Laporte, who's getting some decent returns as well, and most of the most nailed on there. And we know Diaz as well; he's getting rotated a lot. Look at the 90 minutes there. Go for Laporte instead, and I think he's cheaper than Diaz. I'm not too sure, but talk about another time. Midfield, I'll talk about as well. The reason I've left out players like Bruno Fernandes, who probably scream at the screen right now. The reason I left him out, I know he's got West Ham, Burnley, Southampton, Leeds, Watford. He hauled big in that double game week that's just gone. But I thought to myself, Ronaldo on the start of 1. Is it the Ronaldo effect? How long can he keep this up, Bruno Fernandes? How long can he keep this up? Is it Ronaldo that's the problem? How long can he keep this up? Is this going to be so much hype behind him, and then he's going to be like Ronaldo? So many people are going to bring him in, and there's going to be so much hype, and he's going to start blanking again. I'm not convinced, and it's a lot of money as well. If I was going to go for a big money play at the moment, it's got to be KDB. It's got to be KDB. So he's taking that slot instead of Bruno Fernandes around about near the same price bracket. Like I said, Triple City, let Man City go for it. Southampton, Brentford, he's getting the returns. You've seen it all. He's getting the returns. You look at the returns, right? He's only 10% as well. He's got 6 goals, 1 assist to his name so far this season. Look at returns he's getting. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Definitely getting him in your team. And we'll also talk about Maddison as well. I also took Jota out because Jota, like I said, Liverpool, don't look great without Salah. And Jota's really not doing anything at all. 13%. I've got Maddison in my team. 6 goals and 5 assists to his name. He's looking sharp. Look at that. Absolutely sharp with those stats behind him. And we'll look at his fixtures as well. Some tough ones coming up. Brighton could easily break them down. I think they beat us already this season. Will be tough at Anfield, but we're looking shaky at the minute. West Ham, then they got Wolves, going to go blank. But I think Maddison, if you want to go for a Leicester attacker, you've got to go for Maddison. He's nailed on. He's getting most of the returns at the moment for that Leicester team. And I just think at his price now, I think he's still a lovely price for the returns he's getting. So definitely look at him. We'll also, as well, look at Jared Bowen. I think you've got to keep him in your team. Nearly 30% owned. I think you could easily break down Man United in great form at the moment. Look at those stats, guys. Look at those stats in the last couple of games since game week 19. Absolutely insane. I think just jump off Antonio now. I think it's all about Jared Bowen. Gets those extra points of being a midfielder as well. Manchester United, he's got Watford, Leicester, Newcastle, and then he's got Wolves after that as well. And I think Jared Bowen is the man in form for that West Ham side. And definitely, if you haven't gone already, guys, why haven't you gone in your team already? Get him in your team. Get in your team. Lovely fixtures too. He's going to keep getting them big points. Definitely jump on him now. And he's still very, very low ownership, which I'm very surprised about. I've also had a Rafinha in there as well. He could be easily like a rotation as well, just like Tierney. He's got Newcastle next. He's only 15% owned. Newcastle, who are very shaky at the back still. Don't know where they are with all this money going in. Villa, who still concede goals. We'll talk about Villa as well. And like I said, I'll say it now, I'm still not convinced with their defence. I know I could have had Luka Dean in this team, but I want to see a bit more of him. I know he's a bit of a yellow card magnet as well. And I'm not that convinced with going for any Villa defenders at this moment of time. And we'll talk about that in very, very soon. Then they got Everton. They got Man United, who could each break down a huge game as well at Ellen Road. And I still think he's a lovely player to eye up. I really do think so. 8 goals, 2 assists to his name, and he's just getting those returns. He's the one getting the returns at the moment. I know Jackie Harrison got through a hattie of assists, hattie of goals against West Ham. What a big win that was for Leeds United away from home. And he got an assist in that game, Rafinha, and I still think he's a lovely player to go for. I think it's a knee-jerky move going for Jack Harrison. I think if you want someone, I think it's got to be Rafinha. I think going for Jack Harrison now is a bit of, I know he's much cheaper, quite a bit more cheaper than Rafinha, but I think it's a bit of a knee-jerky move going for him at this very moment of time. It's like when Mount did well against Norwich, and a lot of people were jumping on him, and then he started blanking after that. I think that's a bit of a knee-jerky move as well. That was a knee-jerky move. We're going to talk about as well Villa as well. Coutinho, like I said, I don't feel confident with the Villa defenders at the moment. Only time will tell if Lucadine will improve that defense a bit more. Coutinho, I've got that return for him against Manchester United. He's got Everton next, Leeds United, Newcastle, Watford. We'll talk about him and Watkins while I've gone that. I would have loved to get a cheeky Ramsey in there, 4.6 million. But obviously I can't do with that midfielder got the minutes. But if you want to eye him up, I don't think he's a bad shout. Jacob Ramsey, is it? Not Gordon Ramsay. Definitely look at him, like at the fixtures. Great to see the little magician back. Still very low ownership. I think everyone's waiting for that possible double game week to be announced. God knows when it's, because at this moment of time, 4 p.m. UK time on a Thursday, about like 20 odd hours, 26 hours or something like that until the deadline shuts. The deadline's here as I'm speaking now. But I like the fixtures. I think even if he has a single game week, Everton look atrocious. Now this is going to be the first game without Rafa there, but I think Gerrard can do one over Everton. I really do think so. And Luca Dean returned there as well. But I think Coutinho, I think he'll start this game definitely. And I think former Liverpool guy will do well. Lovely fixtures, Leeds, Newcastle, Watford. Teams like that are conceding a lot of goals at the moment. Brighton after that, Southampton. Jump on it, guys. Jump on Watkins, Coutinho, or Coutinho and Ramsey. I think for the price as well, I really do like it. I really do like how Coutinho played. He got really forward and technically got an assist against Manchester United in that 2-2 draw, but it wasn't, when you look at it closely, it was Fred. But it was a shame, really. But it just shows how much of an impact he made in so little time later in the game. So definitely look at Felipe Coutinho. Talk about the forward line as well. The last two strikers. We talked about Watkins. I think definitely jump on Villa attack, definitely. For those fixtures ahead. Chris Woods, I know this is kind of a knee-jerky move. It could be knee-jerky. He's playing his former team Leeds. He looked pretty decent. I was talking about him, and I know I don't want to drag on too much with this stream, but we can just talk about some stats as well. Because do you watch the stream against with FPL graduates as well, and Glenn? I'll just bring it on my side. He had 2 shots off target, 1 blocked, so he scored nothing against Watford. He got in the box quite a lot as well. This is Chris Wood. So I think he could be up for this game. I think it's a punty move. I think you've got to go for a punty move. It's lowly owned differential. There's not that many strikers that I was that impressed with looking at long term. So I think Leeds can see quite a bit. Former team, club. Everton as well, conceding. Villa conceding. I think he's worth a punt. I really do think so. I know he's maybe quite hefty. He's clinical. One of those poachers of a striker. I think he could be a good punt to go for. I'm not joking. I really do think he's a good punt to go for. His Burnley stats, not much to back him up, but Burnley side's not that much attacking this season. 3 goals and 0 assists so far this season. I think he's a good punt to go for. And last one to go for is DCL. He was doing well at the start of the season, then he comes back. Blank first 2 games, so he's come back and game which had a big gap you can see right there because of his big injury. Great to have him back as well. How is he going to do under the no Rafa era now? He's got a new manager, well, the caretaker manager. I think it's, I don't remember who it is now, an Everton legend. 5% owned. I think it's good to probably jump on him now. I think Everton could turn this around now. They could score a goal against Aston Villa. Then they've got Newcastle of that. They've got Leeds and Southampton. I think if you're going for an Everton player, get excited about it. Everton attacker, go for DCL. Things could happen. New manager bounce. It could happen. I think it's worth going for. And, I've had a few lowly on differentials, and that's what I feel, more confident with. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the double game weeks, what these possible double game week fixtures could possibly be. But only time will tell. They could be come after the bloody deadline. So, like I said, I will be streaming tomorrow, guys. Hopefully for a deadline stream. So do stay tuned for that, and I will be probably hopefully see what happens. But if you have enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this draft team, this wildcard team for you guys for wildcard. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I've been the FPL Penguin. You've been the Bubbly Bunch Army, and have a great week, guys. See you later.